Gates. Okay. This ain't a part 1, this ain't a part 3, this ain't a part 2, it's just a part of me. Call it my art, please, pardon me. I'm such an unlucky bastard. So many hours I spend in these darkly lit environments. My only friend, the barkeep. Fuck Bacardi, give me Maker's Mark, sweet vermouth, maraschino cherry with the juice. Start me up, spark me up. Lethal trees in my jeans so we can cheat forever we will be. Need for speed, I have a tendency to drift off. The evergreen forever ready me for lift off. Say goodbye to the bench, French kiss the sky. My flow, money in the bank, 10, 6, and 5. 21 guns saluted good as blackjack. Double me down, shit, I bet I pull a fat stack. I'm on track for winning, relaxing in a fast lane. Looking forward to laid back living. Soon as I'm made back sitting, gaze through black tinted. UBI's gon' take that with him. All over the globe and came back, get in a plane pack with women who speak strange accented. This ain't no strange accident. We all tired of living within these lame ass limits. You dig? This ain't a part 1, this ain't a part 3, this ain't a part 2, it's just a part of me. Call it my art, please pardon me. I'm such an unlucky bastard. Hardy hard, jokes on y'all. As soon as I get paid, the smoke's on y'all. What they say? UBI, drinks on me, but I really don't drink much, so bring strong trees. Couldn't nobody fang long me. Many expect the failure, them gon' sweet, and them gon' see. Long as I got a seed that depends on me, then the rent's on TIME. Last of a dying breed. UBI got a name like high-end tree. Before I ever put an I in team, I put an end to everything like ING. I'm way past your limits and basking in the fast lane, looking forward to laid back living. Soon as I'm made back sitting, gaze through black tinted, UBI's gon' take that with him. All over the globe and came back, get in a plane pack with women who speak strange accented. This ain't no strange accident. If you feel that you found the needle in haystack hidden, you did. This ain't a part 1, this ain't a part 3, this ain't a part 2, it's just a part of me. Call it my art, please pardon me. I'm such an unlucky bastard. I've been trying to get in the game, we can't hardly wait. The hardest of G's, D-A-R-E. Not stutter but word, come at the nerd. If they did say something, it's really what I prefer. But they ain't saying nothing, it's just smoke in the air. As for battle rapping, I'm so over-prepared. I give them the go-ahead if they flowing and going there. But I'm knowing they ain't no one, and so no one to care. That said, I'm back then. I'm all up in a dream, being labeled a madman. My love for the stage, a fatal attraction. A chasing the limelight, a chasing a dragon. The only certainty is death and paying your taxes. As certain as $1, just pay for that last spin. Whether red or black play, even an art or your belief in a God, we all lay in a casket. I go all day on this rap shit, and I don't even know Wale. But put this jam into the right hands, I am back sitting, gaze through black tinted. UBI's gon' take that with him. All over the globe and came back, get in a plane pack with women who speak strange accented. This ain't no strange accident. You're mixed if you think that life is a bitch and it paid back isn't. It is. This ain't a part 1, this ain't a part 3, this ain't a part 2, it's just a part of me. Call it my art, please pardon me. I'm such an unlucky bastard. Universal, the UBI, Sess, what? Yeah, it's deeper than the. How many damn days you chilled? Shitting and eating while I'm working, you graze the field. Still can't nothing faze me, feel me? I'm still in the midst, 6 million ways to kill me now. My villains bathe in filth, all y'all should feel ashamed. You dig till his grave is filled. In the game coming up with different ways to steal. Desperation to make them do whatever to pay their bills. They may never make a meal, happy with a couple foul. Happy when your team voice is muffled up and duffled out. It's coming back around, full circle, fuck around to see the demon eat him. Only reason that I stuck around. Or you can suffer now, cause torture is the style. When you scream and smile, creeps around the corners of my mouth. Hip-hop a haunted house, maybe you should stay away. But I got that sticky sweet, if you wanna trick or treat. Maybe you ain't hearing us, I'm here to clear it up. It's deeper than $1, a spirit is steering us. The last days and times was deadly and serious. May we meditate through sleep, the answer appears compared to us. Maybe you ain't hearing us. I'm here to clear it up. It's deeper than a dollar, a spirit is steering us. It's deeper than a dollar, a spirit is steering us. It's deeper than a dollar, if y'all can hear me then holla. Hey, I ain't afraid. Hip-hop a haunted house, maybe you should stay away. If you're feeling shook, they shooting, I made you look. I ain't never scared, death threat raps are made of mush. The geeky little white kid just trying to be the coolest. Like Lupe Fiasco, how could I be so foolish now? Foolish dudes sit for dinner and we dine. I identify with them for a limited time. A lemon to a lime, it's not a sentiment of mine. Humiliate the millions until the millions are mine. What I set up in that line, yo, a sentiment of mine. Humiliate the millions until the millions are mine. What I said original, so how repetitive am I? For the sickness that I got, they could not medicine prescribe. Beretta pin collide with bullet butt and bust a bleed. Just believe I never bust a gun, so please don't bust at me. My cypher hella diesel, cause I keep it sucker free. Buckaroo, who the fuck are you to come and fuck with me? They say ain't nothing free in life. You're free to fall upon your favorite kitchen knife and bleed. Believe the hype. I don't mean to demonize yo, but just know, if and if ever I do decide to set my pen to glide, it's genocide. Don't let them fry, fuck 'em. If they won't die, buck 'em. My enterprise stay up in vanilla sky dumping. The bombshells dropping, your squad fell yelling. It's Paul Bears and tears and all's well then. I'm sick of talking about myself, man, y'all tell them. Totally serial, but I know you don't hear me though. Put on the stereo, block out another burial. Put on material to make you feel imperial. The more the merrier, the craft I carry in word. I teach it to you if you care to learn. Hearing us, I'm here to clear it up. It's deeper than a dollar, a spirit is steering us. It's deeper than a dollar, a spirit is steering us. It's deeper than a dollar, if y'all can hear me then holla.
Good afternoon, folks. Happy post 2 and 3 round stream to everybody. I apologize to all the people that were here earlier tonight. Had technical difficulties. #professional over here in the Pigskin Peete household. But now that the first 3 rounds are over with, I'm not very happy. And look, the reason I'm not happy is because, not that I don't like the players that Carolina drafted, but Arizona bent Carolina over the proverbial bench and stuck it right up their ass. What do I mean by that? Round one, Isaiah Simmons, which I thought had no chance of falling to Carolina. I take that back. I think Isaiah Simmons had a 25% chance of falling to 7 when Carolina picked with the first pick. What did I want from Carolina in this draft? I wanted offensive tackle, center, defensive back, linebacker, and that's pretty much it. Maybe a safety, which they did pick up a safety. We'll get to that in a minute. Isaiah Simmons falls to 7, and they pick up Derrick Brown. Now, I like Derrick Brown, but the difference between Derrick Brown and Isaiah Simmons, to me, isn't even close. There's a bunch of good DTs in this draft. And there's several good linebackers in this draft. But the difference between Isaiah Simmons as a defensive player, which is what Carolina needs, a lot of defense and offensive line help, and the next best linebacker is astronomical. So they take Derrick Brown. I took it in stride, took it like a man. Come to the second round. I'm looking at Ezra Cleveland still on the board. I'm looking at Josh Jones. Josh Jones is the one I wanted. Pass on Josh Jones. Pass on Ezra Cleveland. Pick up Gross Matos, or however the hell you say his name. defensive end. Fine. Now we're 0 for 2 as far as I'm concerned with what I feel like we need. And to make matters worse, if you couldn't even get worse than what they did in the first 2 rounds, the third round, they still pass on. By some miracle of God, Josh Jones, offensive tackle out of Houston, still on the board when they go to pick. Nope. Didn't pick him up either. Now, I do like the pick that they made in the third round. Jerry B. Chin, the safety. But 3, you got two defensive linemen and a safety. And to make matters worse, and look, here's the bottom line. I think that Carolina has so many needs on their team because, I mean, let's face it, they got rid of everybody that means anything on that team other than Christian McCaffrey. They got so many needs, it's hard to say, they made a bad pick here, bad pick there. But the fact that they passed on Simmons in Arizona with the next pick took Simmons. And the fact that they passed on Josh Jones in the third round and with the next pick, Arizona takes Josh Jones. Arizona fucked Carolina like a $2 whore that they are in this draft. So what does Carolina do now? The only thing that I could think that would make me feel any better, and ironically, it's what I've been saying they've been doing, is tanking. Did you guys see the thing on Twitter that the Carolina Panthers front office, or maybe it wasn't the front office, or it was a quote from the front office, but it was from I forget the guy's name. Carolina Panther beat writer, I guess is who he was on Twitter, said they really liked Isaiah Simmons, but they passed on him because they thought he would have been a better fit for a veteran team that could accommodate somebody who is as versatile as him. I've never heard anything more asinine in my entire life. If that actually really came out of Carolina's camp, if they really liked Isaiah Simmons, but they passed on him because they thought he would be better fit for a veteran team. Hello, McFly. Isaiah Simmons is not. I'm sorry, Arizona is not a veteran team. They're doing the same thing. Arizona has been doing the same thing for the past 5 years that Carolina is trying to do right now. It's insulting. And believe me, this isn't my my swan song. This isn't me crying into my Cheerios about Isaiah Simmons, from Clemson not going to Carolina. The bottom line is Isaiah Simmons was the best player on the board at that time, and they missed on him. Arizona got him. As far as needs, Josh Jones was the best player on the board at the time that they picked in the third round. Didn't pick him. Arizona picked him. Arizona is Carolina's bitch. I'm sorry. Carolina is Arizona's bitch. And not only is Carolina Arizona's bitch, Carolina is Arizona's ugly bitch. Ugly bitch. Look, if you're an Arizona Cardinals fan out there, you've got to be extremely excited about what's going on there. If you would have told me a year and a half ago, Cliff Kingsbury's only been there for a year, one season. I'll be the first to admit, when Cliff Kingsbury was hired to Arizona, first of all, they had Steve Wilkes, who was the defensive coordinator for Carolina. He went to Arizona, was the head coach for 1 year. Then they fired him. which is pretty much unheard of in the NFL. You hire a new head coach from somewhere else and give him 1 year and fire him. I thought that was not fair. Then they went out and got Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, a head coach at Texas Tech. Texas Tech wasn't even sniffing the top half of the Big 12 when Cliff Kingsbury was there. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but don't look at me like I'm crazy. Cliff Kingsbury was a mediocre achieving head coach in college. And he got hired as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Went out, first pick in the draft that year, last year. Gets Kyler Murray. Now, I'm a Kyler Murray fan. I thought Kyler Murray would be good. I still think Kyler Murray's going to be good. Look, all you Kyler Murray haters out there, he's a midget. Nobody under the height of 5'10's ever succeeded in the NFL. You don't know anything about football. If you think that Kyler Murray is not going to be successful in the NFL, he's going to be successful. Forget about Cliff Kingsbury for a second. Kyler Murray is a top 5 in the past 10 years arm talent. Top 5 ever quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers. You got Drew Brees. He might be top 3. Who else? Let's see here. Let's think of the arm talents in the NFL right now, or for the past 10 years. You've got, I think Aaron Rodgers is right up there with everybody. Peyton Manning's retired. He might have been one too. I can't think of 3 more that have better arm talent than Kyler Murray has. Period. What's the quarterback's job in the NFL? Distribute the ball accurately. Kyler Murray's got it in spades. So they draft Kyler Murray. Then, by some stroke of luck, I don't know, the stars aligned or whatever the hell happened over there in Arizona. You had this rift between DeAndre Hopkins and Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien, by the way, is the biggest retard in all of football. He could have traded away DeAndre Hopkins if that's what he's trying to do and got 2 first-round picks or a first and a second-round pick from somebody, anybody. I mean, look, there's 20 teams in the NFL that would love to have DeAndre Hopkins. It would mortgage the farm to get him. What does Bill O'Brien do? Trades him away for a bad contract from David Johnson. A joke of a trade. So they pick up DeAndre Hopkins to get rid of a bad contract. Then they go out and draft Isaiah Simmons in the first round. Juwan, Clemson Carson, J Jobs, Go 1330, Moko. Dude, do you change your name like every 3 days? Moko, Tiger 84, Uncle Lou, Dennis Wilson. Hey, Dennis Wilson, how many Miami players have been drafted? Michael Irvin, that was about 150 years ago. Anyway. Yeah, so... by the way, before I get off here, this was just my reaction to the Panthers' pitiful draft strategy, and I've been sitting around defending Matt Rule. I still like Matt Rule. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we can't judge Matt Rule on what he hasn't done yet, right? But Marty Herney, the general manager of the Panthers, is a joke. First of all, how you get fired on your day off, then get rehired? Marty Herney was the general manager of the Panthers. Failed miserably, by the way. Dave Gettleman became the general manager. Marty Herney goes away. Dave Gettleman leaves, goes to the Giants. And what do? They rehire Marty Herney. Have you ever seen anything like this in the NFL? The Panthers are a joke. They're a joke. They've been a joke for, how long have they been in the NFL? Let's see, 1995, 94, when they became a franchise. 95, I think, is when they actually played their first game. But they're a joke. Yeah, look, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, lost both of them. Outside of that, they're a losing team. A joke. They're a joke. And this is why they're a joke, because of the front office in there. And then you had Jerry Richardson, the owner there. This guy, this Jerry Richardson, I used to like this guy. You know, he's a former player. At the time that he owned the Panthers, you know, when he was the owner there, he was the only owner in the NFL that was a former player. And he was so uptight and old school that he wouldn't even put the Panthers logo on the middle of the field. He put the NFL logo on there because the NFL is bigger than the team itself. Then, so you think this guy's an old school traditionalist. He's like 80 years old, right? He's got values. Turns out, Jerry Richardson didn't have very many values. You know how I know that? I know that because Jerry Richardson was pulling out his 80-year-old dick and trying to screw secretaries in the front office of Carolina. So then he's forced to sell the team, and it gets bought by a hedge fund billionaire, which, by the way, David Tepper, the current owner of the Carolina Panthers, is the richest owner in all of the NFL. He's richer than Jerry Jones. He's richer than the guy that owns the Seahawks, who was a part of Microsoft with Bill Gates. He died, I guess, a couple of years ago, but he's richer than him. This guy's worth like $100 billion. David Tepper. And this is what they got. And this is what they got. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. Oh, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, before I get off. The irony, all you suck nut fans out there, all you Ohio State fuckeyes, all you LSU Tigers, fake Death Valley fans out there, been telling Joe Burrow, the Ohio boy, that Ohio State fans are somehow pretending as if he's an Ohio State guy for the past few months. Yeah, he went to Ohio State. We know that. Yeah, he's from Ohio. We know that. He never started there. He was the backup for 3 terrible quarterbacks. And then he left and went down to Baton Rouge, where he finally, after 5 years on a college football team, at one team or another, finally lit it up, had an amazing season. Listen, Joe Burrow's a great player. I like Joe Burrow. Don't get me wrong. But Ohio State fans are pretending like he's an Ohio State guy. No. He's not an Ohio State guy. He's an LSU Tiger. And then the LSU fans have been telling me for the past 3 months since the national championship game how T. Higgins is overrated. He's no good. He would be third string on the Tigers, on the LSU Tigers. That T. Higgins guy. ACC sucks. So Joe Burrow gets drafted by the Bengals with the first pick overall. And then today, in sweet karma, T. Higgins gets drafted with the first pick in the second round to the Bengals. All of a sudden, I go on Twitter. I see all these LSU fans, all these Ohio State fans. Oh, T. Higgins, awesome. We knew this guy was good. Oh, karma's a bitch, ain't it? Anyway, I'm happy for both of them. I'm happy for Joe Burrow. I'm happy for T. Higgins. AJ Green too. Have somebody else to help him out on the outside. You know, if AJ Green's healthy, good to see somebody help him out. Too bad for them. They all play on a shitty franchise with the cheapest owner in sports. There's no cheaper owner in all of professional sports than the owner of the Bengals. So it is what it is. Anyway. What's up, Seth Wilkins? BVD, don't be picking on the Canes, Pete. They're mentally challenged. Well, yeah. So am I. How about Daryl Taylor? How many Tennessee fans or not how many fans? How many Tennessee players have been drafted so far? Somebody start a ticker. I'm gonna do a live ticker of how many Tennessee players have been drafted between now and tomorrow night when it's over with. Anyway, thanks all for joining me. This wasn't meant to be a long stream. Just wanted to get my thoughts on my disappointment with the Panthers at the front office. I've been championing. Too big of a word for me to say. Matt Rule there, but I'm disappointed in Marty Herney. He needs to be fired. Well, he was already fired once. Time to fire his ass again. Get somebody in there who knows what the hell they're doing, and stop giving away all the elite players to the Cardinals. The Cardinals are about to be really good. That's all I know. Yeah, you guys are making fun of Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm, he might be the next player drafted by the Panthers in this draft. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peete checking out.